What is up, everybody? This is the Beautiful Bearded Bastards, and this is our New Year's podcast.
Yes. Awesome. We have a guest here.
The one and only Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo. Yes. Hello, fellas.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his voice or not. But it sounds
He don't have a vocal box.
Oh, yeah, I guess not. He's got holes.
That's,
He's got hands.
he ain't got a drink, though.
He wants one. Happy New Year, everyone. Or almost Happy New Year.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
It'll be New Year's by the time we post this. Maybe.
Yeah.
Ish.
Hopefully tomorrow.
We ain't got no red beard tonight, unfortunately. He has gotten sick again.
No beard. No
Poor
beard.
guy.
He's with us in spirit.
He's always with us in spirit. And he's on the wall.
Champagne that we do have with us.
We're going to do like T.I. and do some champagne on ice.
Champagne on ice.
Get some ice right here.
Whatever you like. Shout out T.I. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. He went from like kind of like hardcore, like rapper, not hardcore, but kind of like I don't know, I guess maybe a hood rapper you'd call it, and then he kind of went real poppy.
Yeah.
Which I liked both. There's the dog cameo.
Whatever pays. Yeah.
Hear the dog barky bark.
Chewy.
Well,
Bow wow.
Georgie
Bow,
here
wow,
wanted to
wow.
get him on the show.
Yeah. We need Chewy on the cast. Tell him.
Yeah, comment if you want the dog to debut in one of our casts.
We need to do like a dog themed podcast night or something.
Yeah, or we just like set the studio up like a dog kennel and just hang out with the dogs.
And people like comment about their dogs. We talk about dog ownership and dogs we've had in the past, or I don't know, just an idea. Canine podcast.
Excuse me, I had to bark or growl.
Cut that.
What, you? No.
Your burp.
No.
I know, I'm just kidding.
No.
Totally keep it in. Keep it in.
This is obviously not live, but you don't need to know that. We're going to put a little fake live logo down here at the bottom somewhere. And
He's upset.
he don't talk much, but he laughs at all the jokes.
He's upset we didn't go live. Look at him. He's mad.
He's still waiting for his champagne with his pinky out.
Right. Like, pour us up. Should we go ahead and pop it? Or what? We're gonna
Popping bottles in the club like 3-6.
And then let's find out. Let's talk about it a little.
Let's see. How should we pop it? Should I know it normal and fancy, or should I fucking bloop? What do you want to do, Georgie?
Just don't hit me in the face.
I don't even know how to open. Oh, here we go.
I told you. See, I was like,
There we go.
oh, snap.
The only thing I'm worried about
Ooh, look at
is
that.
if we pop it, half the champagne's going to come out with it.
Right.
What is this, by the way?
Gold something.
Bel Air Brut Gold. It's a product of France. I thought you didn't like France.
I don't.
Nothing wrong with some France.
Ugh. Jinx. All champagne is made in France. Any real champagne is made
Any
in
real
France.
champagne. All right. Let's see if I can do this without killing someone.
Fuck. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, my God, Todd. Man.
It didn't get on the laptop. We're okay. I told you that's what I was worried about,
I knew
though.
it was going to fucking do that. Watch your phone.
I see it.
That'll be a good cover.
No electronics have gotten broken in the making of this podcast.
Happy New Year's, bro.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's to you. We love you.
What a wonderful mess.
Yeah. It's okay that most of it got on the table. It barely tastes like anything.
I did say I'm worried the whole thing's just gonna fucking come out and be everywhere. But that's the first time you've ever seen that, right? So now you know. Oh, I was being sure aiming away from the computer.
But it hardly tastes like anything. So
It's
at least we got some good.
It's
If you can see the bubbles are still going.
It's all right. Pinky out, Georgie. Pinky out.
Pinky.
Mojo Jojo's even got his pinky out.
Pinky.
We're classy here.
Yeah.
We're classy bearded bastards. We're changing the name.
We're the classy bastards.
Look classy.
We're the classy bastards.
Classy bastards.
I'm not classy.
Not classy at all.
You got it on your mouse.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to de-wet your mouse again.
Poor Jerry.
I think the first time we needed to de-wet the mouse. The mouse gets soaked often.
Good thing that's the cheap one. This one's the more expensive one.
Cheap one. At least it was the cheap one.
Oh God, it's dripping on me.
That drip.
This is gonna be the
He's getting
best
all
worst
wet.
podcast ever.
He's getting all wet. Sticky.
We're gonna have to make this to where we can't post it because we're gonna not shut up about shit.
We can edit it out.
Nah,
We can cut it short.
we ain't got canceled yet.
Oh, no. Thank goodness. We're not that bad. We're just a few handful of bastards.
With beards.
We're 3 bastards, by the way. And you can be on the show if you don't have a beard. Like, this is something I've been hearing.
So every time we've tried to get a guest on,
This is the buzz.
they don't have a beard, and they're like, I can't be on. I don't have a beard. I even had one say they would wear a fake beard. It's like, you don't have to have a beard to be on the show.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
The beautiful bearded bastards is me, George, and Caleb.
It's for everyone.
You know, but I mean, you can have a beautiful bastard beard too if you want to be on the show, but you don't. It's not a requirement. If that was the case, then there's been about 2 people already we wouldn't have been able to have on the show.
Exactly. We're not excluding anyone. You want to be a guest? Come on out. Be a guest. Be our guest. Be our guest.
Now we're gonna get sued by Disney. God damn it.
Francois. Ooh, mon ami.
Speaking of Disney, what's some of your favorite cartoons, George?
Ooh, that's not Disney ones.
What? I love Disney.
Yeah.
I still watch Disney movies.
I grew up on the movies, yeah.
Is that shit not dripping on your side? I'm getting fucking soaked over here.
For real?
Yeah, like I look like I pissed my pants, dude. It was my bad. Continue about your cartoon.
Yeah,
keep going. I'm just gonna sit here and play with it.
And get a towel.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want to pause it. I just want to keep going.
Play in the puddle.
I'm gonna play in the puddle.
It's gonna be sticky.
Well, we're getting a new table, and we'll just wash this.
Wash.
So
Wash.
maybe next
Wash or
podcast you guys see of us, we're gonna have a little bit different table. We're gonna have one that's rounded at this end, but then straight on the sides. Maybe that can help accommodate multiple guests. So that one we did 2 podcasts ago, we had 4 of us, and it was a little weird trying to figure out how to set people up. So
Well, you know how we do it. We do it out here on the fly and shit. So we did what we did, and hey, It's out there.
Hey, it's out there.
It's out there. It's out there in the interweb.
And again, follow us on all platforms. I know we say it every time and it gets annoying, and we're not trying to be repetitive and jibber jabber and jabba jibber and all that. But yeah, follow us on all platforms. Be sure to be sure to share, guys, because that helps us out more than it's 2 buttons for you to share something, and it's long. I mean, it goes a long way for us. So.
I love the bastard share.
I'm gonna be one of those boring YouTubers that's like, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notifications to blah blah blah, and yeah. So, but yeah, please do that.
Yeah,
thank you.
Go ahead, push that button.
So yeah, cartoons. What's
cartoons? Okay, so I guess the first one that pops into my head is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I was hooked on that one very early. I know you said cartoons, but Sesame Street was like another one.
That can kind of be like
puppetry.
So your big childhood was maybe Sesame Street. Mine was Barney.
Yeah,
I had the big purple dino.
Yeah, Barney was alright. Let's see.
There's this one I keep thinking of, and I can never remember what it was called, but it was a dog. I think it might have had a fire hydrant hat or a fire hat, and I had the toy that was supposed to interact with the movie somehow. Now, this is a core memory in my childhood that I can barely explain, but maybe you heard of it. Maybe someone else has heard of it. I cannot think of it for the dear life of me what it was. I could probably Google it. Never thought about Googling it before until now, but...
What's popping into my head is Ren and Stimpy when they were like firehouse dogs or whatever.
Didn't they have like a adult version of that too? Or did it start off the adult version and they made a more kid version?
I think it was just the way it was.
And so they probably had a really raunchy version, and then they were like, we gotta make this more kid friendly, because I remember them being 2 versions of Ren and Stimpy. There was one like, I mean, you would see balls and shit, and it was raunchy, bro. Like, kids shouldn't have been watching that. And then there's the version later that's more kid friendly. I swear to God, correct me if I'm wrong, but
I mean, I remember like butts and boobs. I don't really remember any balls.
I don't, just like weird shit that like they would do.
Definitely weird shit. French Toast Man, how he would like fly backwards and sniff his farts. But anyway, so yeah, cartoons. I guess like, all right, Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, Real Monsters.
Sounds like you're more of a Nickelodeon kid.
But then I would jump over to Cartoon Network too and hit it with the like Dexter's Lab and
Cow and Chicken, Courage the
Bravo,
Cowardly Dog, Johnny
Courage.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Did you know that Seth MacFarlane helped on Johnny Bravo?
Nope.
Yeah, I seen a thing the other day. The guy that made Family Guy and American Dad, before he made his own show, he helped with other shows. I don't know if he was a voice actor. I don't know if he helped with editing or what, but yeah, he helped on Johnny Bravo. He also helped on Dexter's Lab. What else did he say he helped on? Cow and Chicken, I think.
Interesting.
A lot of those Cartoon Network ones that we know. Cow and Chicken's a weird one. Have you tried watching it as an adult?
No.
I have.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, I was kind of old enough when it came out to kind of be like, yeah, there's something up with this. But, yeah.
And then, the Powerpuff Girls, which is where we got Mojo Jojo's name over here.
Mojo Jojo.
One of their villains. We have like
monkey brain, dude.
5 or 6 skeletons. And the initial plan was to name them all bad guys, I guess, from cartoons.
Villains.
We ended up not doing that. So, but Mojo Jojo was the very second skeleton we bought. The first one was Bronzy. He is bronze looking.
Bronzy.
Yeah, Bronzy.
But yeah, trying to think of some more Angry Beavers. I like that one.
I don't know if I've seen Angry Beavers.
It's funny. They're like 2 beaver brothers coming up in the world.
I was real into Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, some of the classics.
Classic Tom and Jerry. I love slapstick, old school Tom and Jerry stuff. Hanna-Barbera cartoons and There's so many, really. Like you're saying, I said Dexter's Lab. You said Powerpuff Girls, but that
I was more into probably Dexter's Lab than Powerpuff Girls, but
that
I did not dislike it.
It's the same creator though, Gennady Trevikowski or what? I don't know how to say his name, but
right.
He did Samurai Jack as well.
I liked Samurai Jack too.
I love Samurai Jack, dude. That is badass. He did a cartoon called Primal, and that one's really good too. It's like a caveman and a dinosaur.
I think you were showing me that one day when I was over at the house.
And it's like, so there's not a lot of dialogue, but there's a lot of noises and like raw emotion, and that's how you kind of tell what they're doing or talking about. It's pretty cool. I like it. And it's pretty brutal.
Right. Yeah. So.
Metalocalypse.
Oh, man, that came out later.
I love that. And all the Adult Swim stuff like Aqua Teen and Squidbillies.
So my schedule when I was a kid is I would come home from school, get home a little bit before 4, and I would turn on Channel 4 immediately. Yeah. And the first show that would come on would be King of the Hill, and I would watch it. Sometimes 2 episodes would run, and then after that was The Simpsons, and I would watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And then they also used to, I don't know when they aired it. I don't know if it was after school time or if it was later at night, but Family Guy used to run on Fox before it went to Cartoon Network on Adult Swim.
I remember that.
Then after those shows, the rest of my day as a kid, I'd play with my G.I. Joes and go outside and grab sticks and pretend they were guns and do all that childhood crap. And then when it comes to dark, my school night schedule, like I probably should have been in bed like 8 or 9 like every other kid and going to school, but I would stay up till like 11 or 12 every night, and I'd watch Adult Swim until I just went to bed.
Yeah.
As a middle schooler.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I was in high school, I did that, but yeah, in middle school.
Middle school through high school, that was my routine, man. And I still like a lot of those. I can't get into the adult cartoons like I used to. I'm more into like more kind of a thriller or sci-fi type movies nowadays, but
Futurama.
I still enjoy it. I've watched all of Futurama. Even all the have you seen the new episodes?
Some of them, yeah.
I've watched all of them already.
Watch them.
I do love Futurama a lot. Futurama and Family Guy, American Dad.
King of the Hill. South Park. Yeah, I love South Park.
See, I like South Park, but I've never watched it as religiously as a lot of people have.
See, I've seen them all, pretty much. I mean, there's some new ones out that I haven't seen. But
I tried getting on, because I think South Park's on Hulu and something else. But I tried starting at the very beginning, but there's just so many seasons of South Park.
Oh yeah, it's like 26 now.
They put out an episode a week.
One of the seasons was just like some of those hour-long specials, though. It's not like, and the last 2 seasons I think are only 6 episodes a piece, so it's not. I mean,
so they must have slowed down. But I watched a documentary on the makers of South Park, and like their schedule was like. They would plan the show, start everything. They would edit and while the show is editing and getting put on, they'll be already planning the next show.
Yeah, 1 week.
And they would put one out a week.
1 week to air. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you watched it too?
I've seen part of it.
I think it was called 1 week to air.
I think it was something like that. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Speaking of which, we've lingered the idea of making a little beautiful bearded bastards. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but
well, you did now.
So if you guys think it would be cool to see an animated series of me, Georgie, and Caleb battling dragons or fucking traveling to outer space or something stupid, let us know in the comments of this video.
Different hijinks, different animations,
yeah,
music.
I don't know. I know the concept of animation, but I've never dove into it. But I've thought about it a lot, so maybe that'll be a thing.
Ideas. And if you have ideas for any animations you would like to see, go ahead and leave a comment and let us know. We'll see what we can come up with. We're not going to promise anything.
And if you want to be on the show, just let us know. We'll probably work it in. If you're from another state, just let us know. We'll fly you in at your expense. Yeah, just let us know.
Government's expense.
I guess I have said before, I do got some guests lined up. I just got to work them in a schedule somehow and not last minute. But we do got some really good guests planned out.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting stories, interesting topics.
Big things for the bastards.
Big things for the bastards. Yeah, 2024 is going to be an interesting year because 2023 is when we started and when we started to work up on the idea and how we wanted to do it. And look, we've been investing in ourselves. We've been trying to expand ourselves. We're going to have, more options for like guests. If anybody's wanting some apparel still, we're still going to try to push some of that. If you're a guest on our show, you get a free shirt, no questions asked. We are selling shirts too, though, if you're interested in them. We don't have a website to sell it. It's just kind of a, hey, let us know type deal.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, though. We're building. We're expanding.
With your help.
We're not investing into any warehouses yet, but hopefully one day that'll be the goal.
Pour up. We did it. We got a whole bottle down.
And Mojo ain't even touched his, bro. What is up?
Can you hang on to that for me, bro? Thanks, bro. What a guest, man. He's awesome.
He's been the shyest one so far, though.
See, this is his second time on the podcast.
It is. He was on the Halloween special twice, actually. Third time.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes, this is his third time on cam.
He almost made it into the Christmas special.
Almost did. That's another video. We have some background footage of us kind of decorating for the Christmas one. We'll post that. Let us know if you enjoy that kind of content. We're still experimenting with new ideas besides just the podcasts. We really enjoy the live ones because they're on the spot. They're not scripted. We mess up. Makes it interesting.
And we bust out laughing.
Yeah, we're not going to edit anything goofy out because it's live.
Stutter. I mean, that's just the way it is.
But we are trying to build ourselves some more content. So just be patient with us, I suppose.
We learning.
Champagne. So this is not my first time. I can tell you a core memory I have. It was a New Year's. I got a drum set that Christmas when I was probably 7, 8. I don't know. I was little, and I got my first drum set, and it was one of them little kid drum sets. It was a real drum set though. It wasn't like the cheap ones. It was probably a pretty expensive drum set for a kid one, but and then with that New Year's, it was just me and my mom, and she bought a bunch of confetti, and she bought us grape juice champagne, like the non-alcoholic stuff. So we opened that up.
The Welch's.
And then we just waited. I remember watching on TV that that thing that dropped in New York that they do every year, the ball. We watched it, and I'll never forget that. It's really cool. That's it's probably one that stands out the most out of any of my New Year's, out of 32 New Year's I've had.
Right.
So
I think one that stands out for me is kind of like that. It was the Y2K New Year's though, and there was all that buzz about that we're gonna be off the grid, everything's gonna shut down, this and that.
Y2K.
Okay. Yeah, so we were out at it was my aunt's place, and we're all out there partying and whatnot, and I was, this is like 99.
Yeah, 99 to 2000.
So I was still like a teenager, young, and so everyone's watching it on TV. We're all like counting down the ball,
waiting for the planes to fall.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year. All the lights, everything shut off. I hit the mic. All the lights and everything shut off. Like
at your house?
Dark at my aunt's house.
Who did it?
She had snuck over there to the circuit breaker.
That's classy.
And slipped. And
I would so do that.
Bro, it scared the hell out of us, man. It was hilarious. She turned off the master switch, and dude,
You shut the whole house down.
Complete darkness, just boom, and everyone was like, we were kind of like looking around, and we were like, oh no, is it real? What's happening? Da da da. Some people were saying stuff and yelling at what's happening, what's going on. Someone was like Y2K, and then like we could hear her laughing, and so she's like laughing. And then we all kind of start laughing, and then she turned it back on.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, my aunt Julie, my dad's sister, she did that.
So speaking of Y2K, that's the same year that Futurama debuted, ain't it? And that's how they started it off.
Yeah.
Because Fry got locked in his thing in the year 2000 and then froze to the year 3000.
And it was Happy New Year. I see Wiener.
Yeah. And then Kibler pushed him in.
Oh, yeah, Nibbler.
Or Nibbler, sorry. Kibler's the dog food. Damn it. I'm bad with names. It took me 10 years to remember Georgie's name. But it also took him a while. He thought my name was Scott for the first 3 days 2 days that I've known him.
Yeah. I was wrong.
He was wrong. I'm pretty sure he called me Scott a few times, but I don't correct people like when they call me a different name. If someone calls me something else, then that's just who I am.
Well, I was talking about you to other people. It was like, Scott. They're like, who are you talking about? Scott, the one right up here with the camper. And that's Todd. I was like, oh,
that's awesome.
I was like, oh no.
So that's why I went by Scott when we first started doing the podcast.
Man, it was embarrassing.
But I just was like, fuck, I'm gonna go by Todd. Who cares? No one gives a shit.
I was like, Scotty boy, and Scotty doesn't know, and Scotty dog. And
Scotty dog.
Like, Scotty no. Like from Austin Powers.
Fucking, I was watching that Christmas. What the Griswold dude? What was that called again? Caleb's gonna hate me.
National Lampoon's Christmas
Vacation. That's right. Yeah. And their neighbor's name was Todd.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the rich.
The rich guy.
And
yeah.
That's the lady from Seinfeld, isn't that?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I never got into Seinfeld, to be honest. I've heard a few of Jerry Seinfeld's jokes. I don't like that high-pitched comedy. Like, I don't.
What's the deal with that?
I don't. It's not my kind. Nothing against them. Seinfeld. Not my type of comedy, though.
Seinfeld. I love the show Seinfeld.
I never got into sitcoms, really.
I watched them with my mom, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a sitcom.
Especially that one. That one.
Like
Seinfeld and
the old lady got into Friends like hardcore, and I just never got into it either. I don't know if I ever really liked sitcoms that much. Yeah. I tried like the newer one they had with The Ranch with the punk guy.
Sam Elliott.
So Sam Elliott,
no.
Sam Elliott was in it.
He's the star, is what I was saying.
Sam Elliott.
He's awesome.
Yeah, Sam Elliott is awesome.
Ashton
Kutcher. That's it. Yeah. So.
And then not that other guy.
But like, it had some moments. I just don't like the whole fake audience laughing when you're supposed to laugh. It's almost like they're telling you when to laugh. I just never got into sitcoms. The point of it, though. I know, but I just never got into sitcoms.
Full House.
No.
I watched Full House when I was a kid.
I've seen it.
Family Matters.
You know, they had the Olsen twins in it, but they only had one of them because they used the other one because of filming laws. You can only have a child actor for so long. Yeah. So they got a twin so they could swap them out and film longer.
Yeah.
So that's a fun fact about Full House.
Everywhere you look.
And I've watched like some Fresh Prince and Bel-Air. Like I got into that, but I was never into it. Like I was more of the adult cartoons when I was younger, or Cartoon Network.
Right. Shout out to Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
He's fucking awesome. It was pretty crazy, like, when I was a kid, like, because I grew up with the Full House,
Right.
Bob Saget, and then I watched his comedy as, like, an adult, and I'm like, holy shit, wow. I'm like, this is crazy. He's dirty. He's raunchy. He's, like...
I'll tell you another show I watched as a kid that I shouldn't have been watching was Chappelle's Show.
Oh, yeah.
That was my shit.
I was grown. But yeah, I love Chappelle's
What?
Show.
Huh?
Little John.
Say it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Chappelle was
I love that show,
the best, dude.
I wish it would have kept going.
Well, they fucked him is what happened initially.
Yeah.
They screwed it. Like, he was part of that whatever company that was, and just like honestly most people on TV shows or most musicians that are you think are making all this money. And let me tell you who's making the money. It's those the people running the show and all, like the producer, not producer, but like managers and shit. Like those are the ones making the real money.
Yeah, the network.
And then shout out to all the people that's doing things. If someone tried to buy us out, I'd just be like, no.
Yeah.
If we were at the point to where someone wanted to buy us out, no, give it back.
I wanted to play with it now.
No, I need my. If someone got to the point where they wanted to buy us out, then we must be doing something pretty good, and we probably don't need someone to buy us out.
Right.
I've always been.
I am getting wet now.
It's about time. I've always been the independent kind of person. So like, I started off back in 2007. I had some recording equipment. My brother was into recording music, and I got interested in it. And I would just fidget around with it, mostly just me. And I had one other friend that I went to middle school with, and we'd kind of rap together when we were little, but we were just fucking around. But when I was in high school, I had a couple of friends. They weren't friends of mine at the time. Just a couple of people that I went to school with come up to me and was like, "Hey Todd, I heard you had a recording studio." And me being the cocky kid I was back in high school, I was like, "Hell yeah, I got a recording studio." And so we planned for them to come out one night. And I didn't have a recording studio. I had a little digital 8-track recorder, not the tape ones. It was digital, but it was like the 8-track tape recorders. And I had this DJ Xbox thing, just like a little DJ box with like pre-sampled music in it, and I would like drop a beat and record it, and then we'd just rap over it. I wouldn't really rap over it. They would. I do got some rap songs out there, but that's another day. But
that's another day.
Anyway, so that's where it all started, man, and just I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed hanging out with them. I enjoyed recording music with them. The little crappy stuff we recorded at the time, which I still have to this day. I have a copy of them recordings. The worst things on the planet.
No.
But, yeah, they won't even listen to them. They're like, I don't want to hear this. This is embarrassing. I love it.
Oh, man.
But I fell in love with it. So I started investing into my own recording equipment. Eventually went computer-based recording, and that's kind of where I ended up with this crap.
Well, you showed me some stuff. That was cool. Like the videos and the music and stuff. I like your songs too.
They're trying. I want to be funny if I'm doing I don't want to be one of those serious rappers. Like, I haven't lived no hardcore life, so I can't rap about streets. I'm not rich, so I can't rap about lavish lifestyles. So I just try to be funny when I rap, and I suck at rapping. Like, you hear this voice. This is mid-Missouri voice to the core. I should be a bluegrass singer, not a rapper. So
let's do a bluegrass song.
I got to get better on the banjo.
We're writing some songs.
I do want to do some beautiful bearded bastard songs. I want to do some metal songs, and I want to do some country. And I want them all to be funny. And we're gonna film it. That'll be content. We could shoot behind the scenes. That'll be content.
It'll be fun.
Things like that, I think, would be pretty cool, for sure.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what got on this subject.
I don't know.
I don't either.
That's how these podcasts go.
That's how they go.
We just keep it flowing. like a river.
So let's talk about some New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, let's get into it then. What's yours? Let's spit them out then. You first.
Man, my biggest New Year's resolution is I want to learn to discover how to have more time in a day. Because I feel like I'll be talking to someone and I'll be like, oh yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago or something, and they'll be, or no, I'll be like, that was 2 weeks or 2 days ago. No, that it was really 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So my time is so distorted, and I know that comes with age. Like your time, like when you're a kid, you'd have a friend come over for an hour, and that felt like a whole day.
Yeah.
But an hour now just goes by so fast.
For real.
If I can learn how to manage my time better, to where I can do the things I enjoy, continue to build a good relationship with my friends and family and things like that, without sacrificing things, that would be a big New Year's resolution.
Yeah, if you learn how to extend the time and the days, you go and share that.
I will share the secrets with all of you. Okay.
Yeah, man, days are going by like a blur.
And then another one would be just to I would love for this podcast to do something. I would love.
Well, we're going to.
I would love. I want to keep going at it, and hopefully it goes somewhere. And even if we have to change things, maybe stop the lives, whatever we got to do to. Like I said, I'm not going to cave under a big business trying to buy us out, but I do want to. We will grow into what works. Right. So if the lives don't work, right now the lives work the best because typically we'll be live. We have people commenting, we can respond. Right now we're not live. We're just filming, and we're going to edit this and post it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that gets the same kind of feedback that a live does. I really enjoy the lives because we get that feedback, and that it's a good feeling to have people watching, sharing, and commenting. And right now we don't have that. Like we can't see how many people's viewing us because there's no one viewing us, and we don't get the comments in. So I do enjoy the lives more than anything.
Well, anytime I've sat on this side, I've never. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't know while it was going on who was commenting.
So
how many, or...
maybe that's something we can work on in the future of our podcast is figure out. Originally, before I put the logo up, I wanted a big TV up here so we can have the comments, or when people talk about things, we can bring it up, and we can, instead of having to switch cameras to the computer, we can just say, hey, there it is. Yeah. And that's still a possibility down the road. Because we can have our logo on that TV instead of on the wall. And when we change the logo, we don't have to reprint vinyl to redo the whole wall. We could just change it on the TV. Yeah. But that's one of my big resolutions is just I would like to...
That's one of mine too. Do as many...
I'd like to value my time more effectively, and I would like to build this podcast the best I possibly can.
Well, cheers to that.
And you said that was yours. What other ones do you have?
Yeah, do as many podcasts with you and Caleb as possible. The bearded bastards. Get guests on.
I want to get more
do
guests
some unique
on.
Stuff like you were talking about. I like the ideas that you and Caleb and myself have been coming up with. I like where it's going, So yeah, I definitely want to put more into it and do it more. Just go. However many podcasts we can do in a year, that's what I want to do. And then, go to the gym more, lose some more weight. Obviously, that's kind of like I feel like everyone says that though. Like,
just take care better myself, eat healthier. Yeah.
But it's true. But it's not a bad resolution to have. It just seems like
it's hard.
That everyone says, yeah.
No, it's not about one at all. It's just it's hard to do.
It just seems like everyone says it.
Oh yeah. I want to do better. Like
it's just always.
New Year's resolutions kind of. I didn't have any last year. Yeah. People asked. I was like, I don't have any. It's probably a bad idea probably a bad approach to it. Yeah. They don't always come true, and that we all know that. But I think just kind of planting that seed can help something grow.
Oh yeah.
So.
And maybe buy a house. Hopefully, will be on the docket. So.
This economy right now, though.
I'm waiting.
The year is 2023, about to be 2024, and this economy sucks.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold out. But
let me tell you
tough.
something. My house is worth, and I'm not bragging or nothing. My house is worth. It's crazy to me. My house is worth 3 times what I paid for it.
Yeah.
I would not buy my house. It's not a bad house, but I would not pay 3 times what I paid for my house. Not in a million years.
Right.
You know, so this economy blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
No,
It's been pretty tough this year.
and like I remember being able to Google around like other states and like see houses for the same price I paid for mine, but being like sheds. And now, anywhere you look, dude, anywhere, like, they're just all high. I thought we lived in one of the cheapest states to live in, but now it seems high comparable.
Yeah.
Hold on, what were you saying?
Yeah, what were you?
Okay.
Got a comment on that, Joey?
Mojo. This guy lives in my house rent free. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Freeloader.
He even gets into our campgrounds for free.
Yeah, he gets into the festivals.
Yeah.
He gets to party for free. Jojo. Hey, don't.
He's an OG hippie. That's what he is. We should have had a tie-dye shirt on him.
Dab him up. He's got on one of your shirts. This is a Todd special right here.
A Todd Gray special.
Available at all your beautiful bastard stores.
So that's going to be the first shirt on our website. It's going to be a gray shirt with our logo on
the
it.
Todd Gray.
And honestly, like, let me tell you what looks good. It's hard to see, but this shirt with a black logo looks clean as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't like white logos. They just stand out. But, like, this shirt with a black logo, There'll be one. There'll be one soon.
Lighter gray with the,
I like that dark gray. I don't know. That lighter gray just reminds me of too much of like. I don't actually like light. I don't like light. It reminds me too much of the Navy shirts. Remember the big gray shirt that said Navy? Yeah, it just reminds me too much of that.
Or I've seen Army too. I'm thinking of Army.
Army's mostly green, ain't it?
I've seen those gray shirts where it's
really
just like black and says Army on it.
So funny story. The town I grew up in, there used to be a strip club, and there were suspects of bad things happening that ended up not being true, but they got raided by SWAT teams.
Oh,
yeah, like these guys went in throwing smoke grenades and stuff in a nightclub with a bunch of half-naked girls. Like, kind of a crazy move for you, St. Robert, but whatever. But anyway, there was this club, and this raid happened. Nothing came of it. No one got arrested, or no one went to jail. Like, it was a dumb move. However, there's a benefit that happened for it, and basically they did a big barbecue to raise money to help with things and stuff like that. So I ended up going as a videographer for the event. So I took footage of the event to put together for a story for the whole thing that happened. Well, by accident, I wore a shirt that was gray and said SWAT across the top of it to this event.
come on.
And everyone sarcastically loved it. They're like, nice shirt. Like, not in a good way, but it was like a, oh, I fucked up moment, you know? So if anybody watching this is aware of that whole situation, there's an embarrassing moment for me.
Gotta watch that wardrobe, man.
I didn't think, I just threw on a shirt that day, dude. Like,
T-shirt game.
that's why I like blank shirts. I don't wear logoed shirts ever. I wear gray blank shirts, you know,
I
and
can see why now after that.
that's probably why I don't wear stuff like that anymore.
You funny.
The guy that owned that place, though, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good dude. He's got some good stories, and if I can ever get him on the podcast, That would be a day.
Who that?
And he would totally do it.
Who?
I'm not going to say no, but after the podcast is off, I'll let you know. Because if he decides he doesn't want to be on it, I don't want to name blast, but I think he would be a great person to have on the podcast.
See, because I almost feel like I know who you're talking about.
Probably do.
We'll see. To be revealed.
To be revealed.
Stay tuned.
But we have, like I said, we have a whole slew of people lined up. I got a buddy of mine that he wants to be on. He wants to be more prepared for it. So we'll have him on at some point. I got another guy I used to work with. We'll have him on. I think he'll be good for it. Really awesome dude. Really good at talking. You know, he's just very good at speech. I suck at it, so he'll take over the podcast. It'll become his podcast once he gets on.
We do pretty good.
Then there's a lady I met that's real into cults and history of cults and all that. We're gonna have on. Yeah. Got to make sure Redbeard can make it to that one though.
Yeah, I mean,
but that'll be a fun. And we're gonna do some more some of the specials we've done lately have been like Christmas special, or this is a New Year's podcast, or a Halloween special. But we're not going to have, we haven't had no like subject specials yet. So some we do want to do is we want to do a Star Wars special. Me and this guy are some Star Wars nerds. We might lose Caleb on that one, but we're definitely we're going to do one of those. I'd like to do, I don't want to talk too much about it. I think some will be fun as a surprise, but.
Well, St. Patrick's Day.
Well, that's a holiday one. Obvious. We're definitely going to do holiday specials, but I'd like to do some subject specials too. Like for example, the Star Wars one is I'm going to probably come in dressed up as Darth Vader for the first half.
But don't tell people that.
Well, oh shit.
They don't deserve it.
We're not going to cut it out. No. Well, maybe I'll give the Star Wars suit to someone else.
No. Caleb would be a good Vader. He's tall.
Yeah, I'm not tall enough to be Vader. I'm only 4'23".
Get out of here.
No, I'm 4'23". This guy doesn't know how to use a measuring tape.
I'm not doing that math.
It's 5'11".
Yeah, I get it.
I so bad want to go, I went and just got my license renewed, so I got the real ID now. But you dick. But I so bad wanted to go and ask my height. I wanted to say 4'23" and see if they would put that on there.
4'20".
I'm gonna do it next time. What's the worst I could say? Is no.
No, sir.
Oh, look, Mojo Jojo finally finished his drink.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Cheers.
He's a real cat.
So this is our New Year's podcast. I don't want to call it a special because we didn't do nothing crazy with it.
Call Caleb.
Why? I don't want to call Caleb.
Let's call
him. What are we going to ask him?
Happy New Year's and what his New Year's resolution is.
Okay. I hope we don't get mad.
It's too late for that.
It's almost 11 at night.
Happy New Year.
He's going to be mad.
Why?
I don't know.
He's probably awake.
If it's bad, I will just cut this out.
We'll see. Cut that. You might have to cut it out anyway so we're not embarrassed because he didn't answer the phone.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Why is she
when you have
so
finished recording,
British?
you may hang up.
Well, you're like a bottle of water. Dude, bro, your voicemail is British as fuck.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro. We're doing the podcast now. We're going to try to see if you'd answer, but it's all good, bro. We love you. We're going to cut this out of the video, though, but
no, we're not.
Take care of yourself, man. Get better. Fucking British as fuck. Well, you're like a bottle of water while you wait for your phone call.
What was that?
I don't fucking know.
That was like straight out of Hogwarts. Like,
What the
Harry
fuck?
Potter.
What's my voicemail? Call me real quick. I want to know what it sounds like. That's horrible.
It ain't like that. It's normal.
Remember back in like the mid 2000s when we would leave like rap songs as our fucking voicemail, and then we'd be like, "Hey yo, this is Todd. Leave me a message after the tone." Then the rap song would come back. Or no, wait. Do you remember when you would call people and instead of it ringing, you'd hear music? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was a weird like phase. Like you don't hear that no more. But there was a time where you can set your phone up to where when you would call people and you hear music and shit.
Yeah, I remember those days. That was the Nokia era.
Nokia era.
Yeah,
Era. It sounds like Bo Burnham. You like Bo Burnham?
Yeah, he's funny.
Bo Burnham is great.
I love that.
Shout out to Bo Burnham. If you want to be on the podcast, we would love for you to.
Man,
We'll definitely ship you out at your expense.
Make Happy. I like that one.
Make Happy was a great one. The crazy one though, so I don't know if I liked it, but I don't know if I liked it. Was the one during COVID when he was locked in his room, but he made those hit songs. What up with He made those hit songs. I don't even have your number saved.
You're a dick.
Wow. I'm a dick.
Do it right now.
I will after it's done.
Oh, right now.
No, after it's done.
No, right now.
Your call has been forwarded to an
That sounds normal.
system.
It is, because it is.
Why did it sound like some British bitch?
I don't know, man. It must be his phone.
Nothing against the British. I love bottles of water.
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
Pure rubbish.
Well, like
Bonza.
the Shaun Against the Dead, they're British, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, love them.
English.
Whatever.
Whatever.
What's the difference?
I don't know, man.
Is like English like? Is there more people that speak like that besides the Britons, or?
I don't know.
And I'm not trying to offend nobody. I just don't know. Ignorance, so here, okay?
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. I seriously don't know. I love different cultures of people. Like,
Ooh, look what we got. We got the green.
the green stickers, guys.
Ooh.
Dude, no, I love different cultures. I love different cultured food. I love talking to different cultures. I have a cousin and his wife is Filipino, and I love asking her about her traditions and her lifestyle growing up because it's so different from, us here in America. And I'm just so fascinated about other people's life and experience and traditions outside of America.
Yeah, I had a Filipino girlfriend in Hawaii, and it was different.
It was different.
She was not allowed to see me at all. It was a real Romeo and Juliet.
Oh
situation,
shit!
Man. With her dad. No.
I actually dated a Filipino like that too once.
Nice. Man, I love that girl for real. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hell yeah!
She's like one of my first loves for real.
I love hearing about culture. I love talking to people about it though, because it just fascinates me. And I could see it in movies or stories or whatever all day on the internet, but like talking to someone and just kind of being able to pick their brain about their life and the way things grew up, the way they grew up, is just fascinating to me. And it's I don't know.
Yeah, especially older folks, man. They got
for sure.
Stories, man.
I love talking to old people.
And
but
it always feels like they're telling the truth about them too. Like
they're old. They don't give a fuck no more.
They're on the real.
Like the second you're at that certain age, you just insecurities are gone. You just don't care no more. You'll take a shit right there in front of someone and tell them a story.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I'm that age where I could just tell people that are annoying me to piss off, and I don't give a fuck no more.
We're pretty much there.
I'm not quite there. I'm too nice.
You're getting there.
I'm definitely getting there. I'm just not there yet. But no, I'm totally working on it. Dude, I don't know if I talked about this on the last podcast or not, but man, dude, just Walmart lately has been driving me insane. Dude, I don't go much anymore, but when I do go, just people are so fucking rude and careless. They just stand in the middle of your way. They could see you coming. They'll just fucking stand there and expect you to go around. And, dude, it's driving me insane. And like I want more hope for humanity, but I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna have to be a dick too, you know. And I don't want to be, but like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, I don't like.
I hate going to Walmart, man.
A lot of people get out of my way though, so I don't know.
They don't me. And dude, like, dude, my old lady's 5'1", dude. Like, you know, they'll fucking run her over. And God forbid the first person I see do it, because I'm probably gonna fuck them up. But you know, like, don't be a fucking rude bitch.
Right.
Dude, just be nice to people. It's not hard.
Be courteous.
It goes a long way, and it's very easy. It takes very little energy.
Like respecting someone's personal space. I feel like it's kind of like a 2-foot bubble.
Well, so another thing is like you're in line, you know, in Walmart, there's like your big main aisles, and then there's like smaller aisles. This is like highways and streets, guys.
Right.
So when you're coming out of a street into the highway, you stop and look and let the highway people go. So, like, when you're coming out of a grocery aisle into your main fucking aisle, you should, I feel you should stop before you enter that main aisle and look. But I'll be going down the main aisle with my fucking cart, and people just right out in fucking front of me. Just like, are you fucking serious? I should have plowed your ass. Like, there's etiquette in things, and people just don't see it no more. I will argue this to the day I die. Like, we need some common sense, and we need some fucking etiquette with people. Like, whatever. Etiquette. God damn, cut that out. We're not cutting shit out. Etiquette. Bro, I'm a little tipsy and a little slurry. Leave me alone.
I feel you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
but no, I feel like, respect. It's a two-way street. Like, treat others how you want to be treated.
And that was the way I was raised. But most of these people are raised like, do what you this is your world. You run it.
Climb over people.
Exactly. Fuck that, dude. Like, but that's why I don't want to go to Walmart. The more I go to Walmart, the more I'm gonna become a bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy.
All right, well, you better start putting in your order and then just pulling up.
I do, but that pisses me off too, because I'll put my order and I'll fucking pull up and I'll wait an hour before I get my shit. I could have went in and shopped it quicker than that.
Yeah, I think there's certain times that are better.
Maybe.
I don't even mess with that, so I don't even know.
I don't know. It's a strange world we live in.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's a very strange world we live in.
Especially post-COVID and everything. Things just get weird. So you want to talk about the New Year's party?
So, for all you locals that enjoy this show, we're going to a New Year's party. Actually, probably by the time we post this, so should we even talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it'll probably be too late by the time you hear this to go. But you can go anytime. It's hit up Obie's in St. Robert. We know the owners. They're good people. We know the managers. They're good people. It's your small town bar. It's your small town typical bar, but that's what's the beauty about it is it's your small town bar.
Lots of pool tables.
If you like pool, there's plenty of pool tables. There's good music played there.
Good prices.
Yeah, good prices. I don't think we're allowed to talk about prices of alcohol, so we won't.
No,
but
hey, you'll figure it out when you get there.
But it's typically not. It has its busy nights, but it's typically not too crowded, which makes it enjoyable. But I mean, it's not slow either. I've never been there on a night that it was just dead. So, but yeah, hit up Obie's Billiards, guys. It's a good pool hall. It's a good place to go get your drinks, and that's where we're going for our New Year's party.
Right.
And shout out to Rob and Mariah for their engagement party. We love you guys.
Happy.
Can't wait for the wedding. They're good friends of ours. So.
Awesome. But dress code. Supposed to dress
all white.
White clothes.
All white. What year is it? It's like the 1930s game guy. What the fuck?
Well, I heard of P. Diddy doing
No. It's a horrible joke. The thing is, I don't own white clothes.
He had to buy some.
I had to literally go buy. I went and bought white pants.
I want a white button up.
I had to buy a white shirt, button up. I had to buy a white hat. And I was supposed to go buy some gray shoes because they didn't have any white shoes that I liked, but there's some gray ones that I like. A light gray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a SWAT team navy gray.
Yeah, I think I got like a white polo and I had gray pants.
And if anyone's never seen me in white before, that's a good time to go see me in white because it's like the only time I'll probably wear white.
We'll take some pictures.
I'm emo at heart, guys.
Maybe a video. Get a video of you in the
Yeah, for sure.
white,
I'm not afraid to post it.
the purity.
I wish old Caleb could be out there, man. I love his energy.
Yeah.
He's for sure probably. I know he's gonna watch this, so I'm gonna try to butter him up a little bit. But he's definitely the energy of our group.
Hey, baby.
And that's why his picture. I put his picture in the middle for a reason. Could have been me, because I make shit happen. But honestly, this whole thing was Caleb's idea.
Well, you made it the way you wanted.
I made it the way I wanted, but
Exactly.
Caleb, he come up with the name. I'm trying to remember.
I'm just glad to be up there.
So I got you. So I think the first name that I came up with was
Oh yeah, you told me.
as it was like beards, beers, and something else.
Yeah, bees. Yeah.
Something else, but then we ended up with beautiful bearded bastards, and that was Caleb's idea, and I love it. It flows a lot better than beers, beards, and something else.
Plus, it's like BEA. Beautiful.
BEA, BEA, BA.
BBB, Better Business Bureau.
So,
Triple B.
as again, if anybody wants a shirt, let me know. We're not going to sell them at profit. We're going to sell them at cost. So whatever it costs me to make it, is how much is you're going to pay for it.
Or come be on the
Because,
podcast.
only because it helps us advertise. And, we're not going to make you pay for us to advertise.
Right.
We should honestly be giving shirts out for free, but
We'll get there.
we can't quite do that yet.
I can't afford it yet, guys.
This economy is garbage.
Yeah, come on. We're doing what we can.
Dude, like right now, like minimum wage needs to be about $20 an hour.
Oh,
Honestly,
it's so high as is. Too.
it's I think it's $12.70 right now.
That just causes everything to inflate. I don't know. It's gnarly.
But I don't get how things are so high and expensive, but yet minimum wage is still so low. Like I feel like inflation has surpassed the minimum wage regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because so like 5 years ago, I was making right around minimum wage, and I could still afford food. Houses were still cheap. You know what I'm saying? But now, like, you cannot, like, the minimum wage is $12.70 an hour. What is that? What's if you work 40 hours a week? Let's see you make. Sorry, we're getting kind of into economies right now. Let's say you make $12.70 an hour, which is what minimum wage is, and we'll times that by 40. That's $508 a week before taxes. So let's minus what's taxes usually?
7%, 8%.
I'd say it's
like that.
okay. So we'll say minus 8%. So that's $467 a week. Pretty sure taxes is more than that. So we'll times that by 4. That's $1,869 a month, and you cannot buy a house right now for less than $1,000 a month, hardly.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Yeah, I know, man.
And that's minimum wage. But even then, like, even if you made more than that, it's just, dude, like, it's crazy.
It was tight before, and now
Well, here's what I'm worried about. This is a bubble. It's a big bubble, and it's expanding and expanding, and one day this bubble's going to pop. And I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the economy will correct itself. Maybe the apocalypse will fucking happen. Maybe we're going to have World War III or another civil war. I don't fucking know, but I'm scared to find out what happens when this bubble pops.
This guy knows.
He's experienced it.
JoJo, let us in on the secrets.
He's dead. He don't have to worry about it. Tell you what, I hope I'm dead before the world gets too crazy, but I want to live a full life as well.
Nah, bro. We need you on this podcast.
That's why I said I want to live a full life. So I hope this bubble that I'm talking about doesn't pop until I'm dead.
So you're about
at like the age of 80.
Yeah, 100.
I don't even know if I want to live that long.
120. 125.
Sad story I witnessed today is
technology.
Me and the old lady went out to eat, and there's this family eating at a table, and they all got up and left after they were done eating, and they just left. I don't know if it was their grandpa or their dad or what, but they just left this old man at their table, and he's struggling to get up with his cane and shaking, and I feel guilty. I wish I would have got up and helped him.
Damn.
But I didn't even know what was going on for the first half of the moment. And then he got up and he just struggled his way out the door, and it's just like his family just left him, and
damn,
it sucks to be a human.
It's pretty raw.
You know, like I said, I wish I would have caught on to what was happening, because I wasn't quite sure what was happening at first. But I wish I would have caught on to that. I totally would have got up and helped him. But
yeah.
Love your elders, man. They live in a weird world too. Probably a lot weirder than what we live in, and
you know, everyone's got a story to tell. And
yeah, that's for sure. This is probably our most sentimental podcast.
Like everyone should respect other human beings. You know?
Everyone should respect everybody. I 100% agree. People need to not suck as much as they do.
I mean, it's already hard enough out here.
And when I say people suck, I don't mean you guys, because I know you guys are awesome. But
I mean, love stinks.
What do you guys think about a steak podcast? Would you think it's weird if we're going to do it?
We're doing it. I don't care.
But would it be weird if we sat here and ate a steak dinner live or something?
Well, it's only going to take us like 10, 15 minutes to eat
no. We're going to have the whole fixins, and we're going to just sit here and relax and eat our steak in front of everybody. They're going to be top shelf steaks.
Yeah. We got to go get them in well, I'll just shout out the place. I don't know the owner or nothing.
T's Meats, ain't it?
T's Meats.
Yeah, best place in town to get steak.
It's pretty good, man. If you're looking for something that hasn't been frozen.
Right, yeah. Fresh meat, T's Meats is the place to go. Yeah. I normally buy my steak from a farmer and a butcher.
It's right there next to Papa John's.
But I buy steak, I buy my meat half a cow at a time, so I gotta freeze it, because if I don't freeze it, it's gonna go bad. But I hate frozen meat. Yeah. Hamburger I can deal with.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Fresh is the best though. There's nothing. Steak, you ruin.
It's almost like a crime. I feel so bad.
I'd always tell it to my mom, because like my mom would order steaks or buy steaks for us to barbecue, but then she would freeze them. And I'm like, no, don't freeze it. If you ever buy a steak fresh, don't freeze it.
Unless it's gonna go bad.
Unless you buy like a half a cow or a quarter cow, right? And you have to freeze it, otherwise it's gonna go bad. But other than that, never freeze your steaks. Never.
Especially the good cuts.
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
I enjoy my steaks. We had a whole episode. Make sure you guys go and check out some of our shorts. We talk about our steaks. Eric likes his raw. Probably the best moment of that short.
I thought he was talking about you liking it raw.
I know. I like mine rare, but...
yeah, and I said medium, but I mean I like it more on the medium, like I guess the medium rare side of medium, not the definitely not the other side. Like, I just don't want it to be bleeding.
So I do want mine bleeding, but I always thought
I know it's not blood anyway. It's just like juice or whatever.
The first time I ever had a medium rare steak, one of my cousins cooked it at my mom's house, and I was scared to eat it because of the bloody look. It's not really blood; it's meat juice, by the way.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
But I was scared to eat it, and then I ate it, and it was the best fucking thing ever. Yeah. And I asked him how it's cooked, and he said medium rare. Yeah. So that moment on, I always ordered my steaks medium rare. But there's a tendency of when I always ordered my steaks when I went out to eat, that I would order it medium rare, and it was always overcooked to me. Yeah. So either they're overcooking medium rare, or or medium rare is not what I really like. Yeah. So I don't know if when you say medium rare, because medium rare was my go-to, but I always felt like my steak was overcooked, so I just started saying rare. And even when I say rare, sometimes it comes out overcooked.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I've definitely have had rare steaks that were not rare at all.
That's the thing too. Yeah, when you cook it and if it sits, it'll keep cooking. While it's sitting. Just because you took it off the grill, it's still
right. It's going to cook as while it's hot. Yeah. So a fun fact about that one place we went to. Shout out to Ruger's. I don't know them or nothing either, but
I used to work there when it was the Point Steakhouse. So if any of you guys know, but yeah, that was a cool spot. I like.
Yeah, I remember. I've been there when it was the Point too. My dad took me, but when I went there when it was Ruger's, I ordered my steak rare, and when I cut it open, it wasn't pink, but it was really tender. So a lot of places, and I've learned this, a lot of places will dry age their steak, and when you age it, it's gonna slowly turn that more brownish. So even if it's rare, it's not gonna be pink in the middle. It's gonna be brown in the middle, but it's still rare. Yeah. But just because the way it was aged, it's gonna seem less rare. Would you like a beer?
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, a first on the podcast. I don't know if it's a first.
Georgie drinking a beer.
I don't know if it's a first or not.
I'm a big beer. Shout out to Yingling Flight. It's my go-to. Nothing against any of the other beers. I've just acquired a taste to it, so.
Yingling. That's like the oldest brewery in America.
Yeah, it is one of the older, not the oldest brewery, but it's the oldest beer brewery, I believe. I could be wrong. Here, I got a computer right here. Let me
yeah, let's go.
I won't be able to. I forgot to hook it up to the computer, so I won't be able to bring it up. But I can still Google it and tell you the answers.
Hit us with the facts. Hit us with the facts.
So yes, Yingling is the oldest brewery in America.
That's what I thought. I thought that was their claim to fame.
Yeah, and they used to be more eastern, and they're slowly drifting out towards the west. I don't know if you guys got them out past like Kansas or Colorado all the way to California or not, but we just now got it here in Missouri, so. Hey, fun fact, we're from Missouri. I've mentioned it a few times, but let us know where you guys are from. What state, maybe country if you're listening in. Yeah, let us know where our content's going. It'd be kind of interesting for us. Worldwide. A dream of mine a long time ago used to be moving to Washington or Oregon.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I thought just the way the weather and the way the environment was there was just so beautiful, and I've always wanted to live there.
It is.
Yeah. And it's a real liberal area, and I'm real into music, so there's a lot of musicians that kind of go out that direction towards California. And I've always been into recording music, so I thought that would have been a good opportunity. So, but I never did. But I think I'm going to stick it around here for Missouri. I got a lot of friends here. And this is where our podcast started,
Don't leave us, Todd.
If I left, I'd have to bring Georgie and Caleb with me, and I doubt they want to leave, so.
I'll go where the podcast goes, I guess.
But some cool places here in Missouri I've considered. I have lived in Springfield, Missouri before. I've considered Columbia. Be a nice little hipster town. A lot of good music there. A lot of musicians. I've considered St. Louis, but not city. I'd probably live in suburbs or countryside.
Washington's pretty cool.
I've been to Washington. I had a buddy. He drove trucks out there.
Yeah. All those suburbs of St. Louis are pretty cool.
St. Louis got some good suburbs. I could not live in the city, though.
Like Kirkwood.
Nothing against the city, but traffic gives me the most anxiety that I've ever had in my life.
Dude, compared to other cities, though, like St. Louis isn't even that.
No, I know. St. Louis is a small town compared to cities.
Bruh.
But, no, St. Louis is like a really big town.
Go to Atlanta.
I've been to Chicago. I've been to Chicago, and they have like 6-lane stop traffic.
Yeah, Atlanta is like 8 lanes.
Yeah, no.
That's insane.
I'm pretty sure Chicago's bigger than Atlanta.
I don't know.
But
I know how the people drive there.
But I've never been to Cali or I've never been to New York. I would love to visit both, but I do not want to drive. I'm gonna have to hop in the car that's someone else so that I will get the biggest anxiety attacks trying to drive in those.
People in Chicago know how to drive in like rain and snow.
Well,
people in Atlanta, they don't.
I'm a small town country boy, but my dad was a city boy, like 100%. He's been to Tokyo, he's been to New York. I don't know if he was in LA or not, but he knows how to drive in the city. So I would ride around with him, and like St. Louis feels like a city to me. But St. Louis was a small town to my dad, and he would drive that town like it was nothing. I cannot drive that town at all.
It is a big city, but
to me it is, yeah.
It is, but the population has went down. Just in the past 5 years, it's like down several 100,000.
Well, is it St. Louis County that people's moving out of? Like they're moving maybe into suburbs, or?
I'm not sure if they're like straight up moving to different states or whatever, but
I do know that we're getting
have been, like leaving St. Louis consistently over like 5 years.
I do know that a lot of people's been leaving California because of their taxes and stuff.
Yeah, that's so expensive to live there. I would never even dream of living there. It's too expensive.
Right. Yeah, I know. I've tried to buy some land around here, and some people kind of picked that up with that. And like I was like trying to buy it, and like, some people just from California just bought it. And I was like, right on, like whatever. But I know a lot of them. Like I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan. Yeah, he's a big influence. Shout out Joe Rogan. He's a big influence to my podcast. Yeah, he's the reason why I had the idea of doing it. No, it's more Caleb's the reason why I started doing podcasts. But I do listen to a lot of Joe Rogan.
Well, he's like one of the most successful, if not the most.
I would say
podcast.
Joe Rogan's the most successful podcast. Yeah. I know the Paul. Impulsive with Logan Paul. They claim they're pretty big. But I don't think they're Joe Rogan big.
I like Theo Von's podcast.
I like Theo Von.
I like the Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast. I like Rob McElhenney.
Do you
Charlie Day, Glenn Howard.
Do you want to keep going or you want to stop?
We can keep going.
All right, well, I'm gonna pause it then. I gotta go pee.
You gotta go piss.
All right, so we're gonna
urine intermission.
Shut up! I'm trying to pause it.
Urine.
And we're back.
Who's
sorry about that
ready
little pee
for
break,
anything?
guys. Yeah, who's ever ready for anything?
Really though, I mean, who's ready for?
But welcome back, everybody. We're here
headphones on
with the beautiful bearded bastards.
We're back. We drained some fluids.
We're here on planet Urka Kabaliba.
Jerka. We're here on Kashyyyk.
Yeah, this is the alternate universe planet.
This is the Wookiee Island.
The Wookiee Island. Speaking of Wookiees, my dog is named after Chewie.
Exactly.
And a lot of people think my dog is named after Chewie because he's a dog and he chews on shit, but literally he's named after Chewbacca from Star Wars.
The Wookiee.
Because I'm a nerd.
Me too.
Hell
we
yeah.
are Star Wars nerds.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Star Wars episode.
Which we talked about.
Star Wars is a topic tonight. If you want to talk about it, we can. We got video games too we could talk about.
Let's talk about both.
All right.
So, both in one go. Will you hand me a beer? Both in one go. One of my most memorable video games that I've ever played as a child is Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
Right.
And it's that one where you start out on the ice planet of Hoth.
Yeah.
And you look like Han Solo, but you're not Han Solo. You got that kind of like
right. What is
that
it?
outfit.
Is it Dirk something? I forget
don't
what that
remember.
dude's name
I
was.
have not a clue. But you start out and like your first boss is a ATST.
Yeah.
Which is an all-terrain scout transport. If you know your ATSTs and AT-ATs, which AT-AT is all-terrain armored transport.
Yeah, I think so.
Or attack transport. I think it's armored transport.
Armored,
yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, you other nerds out there, but
chicken walkers.
Chicken.
That's what I call the little one. Yeah, yeah.
I've always looked at the AT-ATs as like dogs or like some kind of a pet.
Robot camels.
Robot dog. Robot canine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you start out and that was your boss, and then I think your next episode, your next level, you are in a Y-wing, right? And you got to bring down the AT-ATs. You got to like loop around it with the cord and trip it.
Yeah. Well, that's a snow speeder.
I thought it was a Y-wing, wasn't it?
I thought you played as the snow speeder.
It's not a Y-wing?
I don't know. That's mine.
It's mine.
That's mine. You don't want that.
Let me Google what a Y-wing is real quick.
Y-wing is that's the one. That's like the bomber of their.
Oh no! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. You're right.
Yeah.
So.
I know my Star Wars, bruh.
This is the Y-wing.
Yeah. The snow speeder is the little.
I thought. Okay.
It's like the little, like.
Yeah.
It looks like this, like. Yeah.
Okay. So yep, snow speeder. For some reason I was thinking of a Y-wing. I don't know why.
Nah, man.
Wow. It's a T-47 air speeder. Is small wedge shape. Okay.
Show the people.
So this is, let's see. Normally we'll bring this up on the computer, but this is the snow speeder that I was thinking was the Y-wing.
You folks should know that.
But yeah, so that's the next level's that. And then there's a level where you're on a train. Remember the train going through the lava pits and the junkyard?
Yeah.
So there was that. And then a level after that, there's also a speed bike racing level where you're in a desert and you're racing a speed bike. And then there was a level where you're on the desert island looking for Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But here, I'll go ahead and bring up Shadows of the Empire. What is what's one of your favorite games when you're
all in your face on
sorry.
the video? Yeah, I like that game that you're talking about, but I never owned a Nintendo 64. So like, that was your first console, is that right?
Yeah, Nintendo 64. Yeah. So it was my first. It's not the first console that I played, but it was my first console.
Gotcha.
I had an older brother. So I've played like what's the second Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
So I remember playing on Super Nintendo.
Excellent console. That's probably one of my favorites.
And then I've played on Sega Genesis. I played a few games on.
Yeah, that one's good.
And those are my like I said, I'm the youngest out of all my siblings. So but my first actual console was the Nintendo 64, and then my second was the original Xbox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an original Nintendo. And then I played some Atari, but it wasn't mine. And then I had a Super Nintendo and Sega.
That's that Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah, they know it.
That's an OG game for me.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
A lot of laser guns, fighting, and shooting and running around. But yeah.
I also had, it's a little bit newer, but it was still on the Nintendo 64, but I had the Pod Racer game. Where it was almost like you'd almost kind of build your own pod racers and then race them on different.
That.
Yeah,
I played that.
That was a fun one. And then the OG is Mario 64, for sure.
See, your OG and my OG.
It's probably a lot different.
I literally grew up with the Mario 1, 2, and 3. Mario 3 is for the regular the regular Nintendo.
Do you remember badass. Mario Paint?
Yeah, that was on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, so that was one I played a lot as a kid.
I had that.
And I remember making remember how you'd use the different sounds and you make music on the music track?
Yep.
That was my first introduction to making music in a studio. So it was the Mario Paint. You could literally set one of them was like or some shit like that. And then they all had
like a cat noise and a dog.
And then the toadstool, you can move in different things.
Yeah,
it was like a ding or something.
It was on like the music chords. You could move them up and down and like play the.
Oh, and I loved it. I'd make dope ass beats on it. My brother made dope ass beats. My brother actually got me into beat making. He was real into Fruity Loops. If you've ever heard of that, so it's a good beat maker. I don't know. It's more of a loop style beat making. But
that's kind of what that Mario Paint was.
It was it was a loop style.
Yeah. I remember all the little. Yeah, there was like. Yeah, the mushroom made a sound. There was
they had like Yoshi
flower,
made a sound.
Yoshi, the cat, the dog, and I remember that.
And then
you could do a lot on that program. I remember the little like fly swatter game that was on there.
Yeah, that's right. Core memories, man.
Yeah, and it had the mouse. You had the little mouse that went with it.
Yes, the little blue or gray and purple mouse.
Purple.
Yeah, that's right. But no, I've definitely played on older systems, but my first personal system was the Nintendo 64, and another favorite game was Command and Conquer. They had a 64 edition. Oh. It's mostly a PC game, but they had that 164 version. They got an Xbox version too. It's a lot newer. It's here recently, the past few years.
So, Nintendo 64, did you get down on the GoldenEye?
Oh, 007? Yeah. Absolutely.
I was going to say.
Wasn't the first mission like on a dam?
Something like that.
You start like you're on this dam and you gotta.
I remember playing the multiplayer with a bunch of people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be like a split screen and.
that pause menu goes hard.
Oh.
Remember that pause menu?
Yeah, didn't you have to like steer it like a.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember that pause menu, and I see TikToks about it all the time about that pause menu just being one of the dopest pause menus.
But yeah, so I guess my favorite console would be the Super Nintendo. Like especially when I was younger. I mean, Mario World, Mario RPG, Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania, F-Zero. Man, there were so many good games on that. Final Fantasy 3.
I never got into Final Fantasy.
Bro, that game is a shit.
I never.
What else is... There's
Zelda.
So many good games on that. Yeah, Zelda. What is that? I forget what that one's called.
Here's that.
I'm looking for anything too crazy. What do you think about this?
What? What is it? What is that?
That's GoldenEye, the pause menu.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
That sounds like a remix, though.
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Well, that is pretty
it.
hard.
I think that's it. It might have been a remix.
That pause menu music.
And there's like Duke Nukem. You remember that one?
Yeah. I remember Contra.
I don't know Contra. There was a Tomb Raider one. That was Rainbow Six.
Okay, yeah.
Rainbow Six had a good one. That was a Tom Clancy game. And then you got like, have you all played Splinter Cell? That was a good one.
Yeah. Nintendo 64 though. Super Smash Brothers is that one's bad.
Donkey Kong was a good one. I played a lot of Donkey Kong. Man,
I never had a Nintendo 64 though.
I
had Nintendo, and I had Super Nintendo,
really?
and I had Sega. Then I didn't get another console until Xbox, the original Xbox came out.
What was your first game on the original Xbox?
It was the one that came. We had Mech Assault, which was like
Mech Assault.
Yeah,
my first game was Halo, the first Halo.
Oh, badass!
Oh, it was such a good game.
That is good. Halo 2 is even better.
I didn't like Halo 2.
Really?
I thought the first one.
It's even better.
Just maybe, but like I was so fascinated, and my head was so strung around this whole Halo being a planet type deal, and it was a planet killer. But the whole idea that you could walk on this thing just blew my mind, and so like that kind of like I know the second one like you're more on Earth.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, you play as Master Chief and the Arbiter. Like you play as.
I didn't like playing as the enemy. I wanted the enemy to be the enemy. I don't know. I didn't enjoy being like like games that you play like where you're both you're like Master Chief and then you're also the aliens or the Covenant, whatever you call it. I didn't like the idea of being on both teams because. First of all, you're on one team and you get the mindset the aliens are bad, and then you become the bad alien. I didn't like that.
But they did that because of the other bad guys, the Flood. It was like the other.
So I don't know what you're talking about with the Flood, but
the Flood. It's like it's like zombie aliens almost. Okay. Like they're corrupt and like disformed and disfigured and like I don't know, man.
Okay.
You Google it. There's like, pictures of it.
I'm just saying the moment that the second Halo lost me is when I became the other or the Halo. Yeah, when I became like I was Master Chief and then I became the alien after that. I was just like
the Arbiter.
I kind of don't like being the enemy because like my mindset was when I was Master Chief, the aliens are the enemy.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing about that story is that like you kind of like end up working together towards the same goal even though you're enemies on opposite sides of this intergalactic war or whatever. You're kind of like the Arbiter and that whole crew are kind of like heretics, so they're kind of like working towards the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it is pretty wild. Like you kill like the prophets in that game. So it's like they were kind of in the first game. I think they're talked about, but you actually go and like take them out in the second game and stuff. It's pretty badass. And then they have the other guys. What are they? The Brutes? Or something. There's like another race. Yeah, there's a bunch of like alien races in that game that are just crazy.
Another game that I got real into is Fable.
Oh yeah, I played Fable 3, I think.
I played 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed those games. The first one I thought was so cool because I think the first Fable was my first introduction to a game to where you can choose whether you want to be good or bad. And like the more good you were, like you would start to form a halo, And like you would, the more bad you were, you'd slowly lose your halo, and then you'd slowly get horns. And the more bad you got, the bigger your horns would get. And I thought I thought it was such a cool concept for a Halo game.
It is. I mean, that's in
not
a
Halo,
lot of games.
Fable game. Sorry, it's such
It's
a
in
cool
a lot of
concept for a
games
game.
now.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of games now do that, but
Red Dead Redemption 2 is really sticking out. To me,
it's a great game.
where you're like honorable or outlaw.
Well, I got into like Skyrim. I played Oblivion first, but I didn't really get into it like I did Skyrim. But when Skyrim came out, that was like my life for a long time.
Yeah,
And
I mean, there's
then-
people still playing Skyrim today.
Oh, for sure. I
They've,
still play Skyrim.
like,
I can't
kinda-
wait till the next Elder Scrolls comes
Yeah,
out.
they've kind of like redone it, and it looks like a completely new game. I mean, it looks good.
And then you said Red Dead Redemption.
1 and 2 actually, but
I never
2
played 1.
especially. And it's good.
What was that? It was Red Dead Revolver. That was another one.
Yeah, that
Western
was the one
game.
before it. Yeah,
Before Red Dead Redemption.
yeah.
Was that still by Rockstar?
Yeah, I think
didn't
so.
know
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember some of them old ones. Like my brother was a real big gamer.
Yeah.
I'd always, I was that little kid that would always like watch him play a game. I'd just sit there and watch my brother play games all day. I enjoyed that. He was real into the scary games like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, that dinosaur one, Tyrant, right?
Was it
Dino Crisis.
Oh,
Dino Crisis. Turok is what you're thinking of.
Turok, yeah.
Turok. It was Turok was more just like jungle dinosaurs, but Dino Crisis was like almost like Resident Evil vibes, but instead of zombies, dinosaurs, and it was a creepy one. It was a scary one. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I played the Jurassic Park game for Sega. That was hard, dark. It's like a dark game. It's hard to play, man. It's hard. Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega. And I don't
Remember Cruising the World?
Huh?
Cruising the World is an arcade game.
Uh-uh.
And you drive a car, and it's called Cruising the World. And you pick different parts of the world, and you just get to drive or like race in it.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was an arcade game.
Yeah, driving game.
Yeah. Cruising the World. Or
They
some
never,
shit.
Like in the beginning, they were like people and like girls.
Yes, yeah,
standing
they're holding
there.
signs
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
side and
yeah.
shit, and you'd be in the middle of Sahara Desert or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Or London or whatever other places they had.
Yeah, you could be like a truck or a Jeep or a car. Or, I don't know. We gotta mention Mortal Kombat.
Oh, for sure.
That was such a huge part of
One of my
childhood.
So I've played a lot of the older ones. Like I played MK1, MK2.
Me too. Three was
3.
badass.
3 is a favorite of mine. That logo stands
too.
out, and that's why I want to use that for your logo.
I love
kind
Mortal
of steal
Kombat
it somehow.
3. Yeah.
But there was one that I played. It was more of an open world style one. I don't remember what it was called. It was called Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Shaolin Monks, I think.
It might have
with,
been Shaolin Monks. But like
Liu Kang and
you would
Kung
open up
Lao.
coffins for like your bonus points or new characters and shit.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That one stands out to me a lot. But no, there was a lot of really good ones, and they're still coming out with good ones. I don't play them anymore, but
I have MK11. It's pretty badass. I will say Reptile is not in it, which is kind of not cool.
who was your favorite Mortal Kombat characters?
Man, Sub-Zero I always liked, and then Reptile, Scorpion, all of those dudes. Liu Kang, I like fighting with Liu Kang.
So my favorite, Scorpion was always a favorite. The whole get over here, that was awesome to me. And then I liked Baraka.
Oh yeah,
I thought Baraka was cool as
He was
fuck.
tough and fast. So
And then Smoke was a good one.
Yeah, I like
Kung Lao. No, not Kung Lao.
Sector. I liked all those.
Who was it that had the hat?
Yeah, that's Kung
Lao. Okay, so Kung Lao.
I like him
with
too.
the razor blade hat. That was awesome.
I didn't really play with Sonya or Kano. I was like, man, I don't know.
No, I like Kano as a character in the movies. That Australian accent, I might, you motherfucker.
Boy.
I love that. If you have an Australian accent, you're just awesome immediately. You ever watch some Aussie reviews?
Oh yeah, Aussie, man.
Look at this fucking snake, man. It's gonna destination fucked. I love it.
Yeah, he is funny, man. The ones where he's voicing over the animals.
The destination fucked are my favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Kano, but he's always been kind of played with that Australian accent kind of a guy, which just fits it. I always thought Johnny Cage was a pussy, just a little normal wimp, just with karate skills. But was it who's the? It's either Sonya Blade or Katana, but who's the one with the Sonya Blade's the blades, right? Or is that Katana?
The fans.
The fans, yeah.
Katana,
okay.
Then Melina.
Oh, Melina. I forgot about Melina.
And the mouth.
And Melina was like a vampire type deal.
Well, she had the same mouth as Baraka or some shit.
Yes, and she would eat people's heads off for her fatality.
Yeah.
But then there was not Kung Lao, but was it Shang Tsung that could turn into anybody?
Yeah, steal their soul.
Yes.
Your soul is mine. Yeah. Raiden, we gotta mention Raiden. He's pretty badass with the lightning attacks.
Or the god of lightning, yeah.
He could just fly across the screen.
Yeah. I love those old sound effects.
Yeah. I like Street Fighter too, but I played Mortal Kombat.
I was more into Mortal Kombat than Street Fighter, but
me too.
There's an arcade game that my mom has. It's an actual one of those stand-up arcade, old school arcade games, and it's called Tekken versus Street Fighter.
Oh wow, that's pretty wild.
That's what's on it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I saw it.
yeah. So it's Tekken versus Street Fighter. I thought about trying to put a computer in it because you can get all those emulators now and emulate all those old games on PCs, and you could literally have an arcade machine that has every game on it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I've thought about building one, building a computer that could emulate that, and then you can just you can order those controls, you can order the joysticks and those speed buttons or whatever you call them. You can order all those, and you can build your own arcade machine. You can build one from scratch. If we went and bought some lumber and bought a TV and a computer to run it, we could literally build our own arcade game machine and just.
It's pretty wild.
If anybody wants an arcade game machine, throw in some investments and let's build you one. I'll help you do it.
Got the body for one already.
Well, I could build the body for one. I'm an all-out nerd. I can do woodworking, and I can also do computer stuff. So. Let's see. We're at 24 minutes on the second one, so I think we should probably call it a night.
Call it a night.
We still gotta edit this stuff. What do you think,
dude? It's midnight.
It's midnight.
What the fuck?
We're 24 hours away from New Year's.
Happy New Year. It's fake New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. Yeah. Thanks, you guys, for everything. Happy New Year.
Hope you enjoy this podcast. We'll definitely make a few shorts out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for sure. But we'll have this posted by New Year's. So if you're watching this, Happy New Year's now. And then we love you guys. Don't forget to share, support. Think of new guests we can have. Think of new drinks we can have. We're running out of drink ideas.
Nah.
Well, we'll never run out of drink ideas, but...
We might have to drink the same drink sometimes, but oh well.
But
This is the beautiful bearded bastards. We
Yes,
got
it is.
Todd, we got Georgie, we got Mojo Jojo.
Thanks for being on, man.
I hope you get to
Good
feeling
job.
better, Red Beer, and I can't wait to have our next guest on. And we love you guys, and we are